Exclusive breaking news.
Welcome to this edition of Exclusive with Theresa Moses. We have a very wonderful guest in the house today, and she is the CEO of Physic Events and Interior Decors, and she is not other but the mother of Isaac Wonder. I know you're not a camera person, but I had to put you on the hot seat because it's only Gatmatch TV that can do that. You have to put her on the hot seat. She's not a camera person, but we had to bring her out. First of all, the first question is, at what age did you think that Isaac was really set to go into music?
I would say age 5, but not. Isaac has been a music person right from his birth age. Because I can remember vividly whenever he's crying, so the dad will just take him to his car. When immediately he'll be pointing at something, you know that he's pointing at where the radio is. When he plays, whenever he turn on the music, as it will become an AC. I just started noticing that he loves listening to music. So at the age of 5, actually, I think it was his birthday. So what's this guy's name? Nice. He loves that. He sings the music as if he was the maker of that music. Isaac, yes. And you don't dare turn off that tele, where he watch himself dancing, doing. So I discovered that. I think he loves music because me too, from my background, we have a small music, I said, okay, let me just push it. And here he is.
Actually, that's the next question I wanted to ask, that where did the talent of his music come of? Is it from his mom or from his dad?
From his mom. Actually, I don't have opportunity to have somebody that pushed me in music because I so much love music. So even in my church, I joined the music group too. So my mother too is a music person. So can say maybe from his mom's side.
Music and education. How do you balance both? Looking at his age, because there might be youth pressure from both his friends and everything. So how do you balance his education and his music career?
A lot of challenge, because I can remember when he entered JS1. So they called me in school, because Isaac is a very brilliant person. He's a very, very brilliant child. So they called me in school, and the headmaster, the principal was advising me. He said, Isaac is good, Isaac is good. So after much interaction with the man in his office, so I called his manager. I said, I think we got to pause some things. So and he promised that he's going to do good that time, and really he did, because in the class they will say he will be using pen, be playing, when teacher is teaching something, he will be. So I told him, let's pause some things, because I think he was preparing for a video shoot then. So we just paused everything to see that he's I balanced. But some advice said, don't kill this aspect of him, or this music, don't kill it. So I think it's a very big challenge, but I think he's by the grace of God is pushing through, in his academics and in music too.
How do you come up with the creativity to meet up with his career?
It has not been easy. I can remember one scenario. He has something to do, and he's having exams. So I think they have to rehearse in studio. That period, it was not easy. Even actually, I was really pitying for him. We have to. And there was a lot of traffic then to pick him from school. That time, because I told the driver not to bring him because we need to meet up the time. There was a particular time he has an interview at Ikeja. We went to the school. He was changing clothes. Wow, it has not been easy, and I really thank God that has been seeing us through in this. Sometimes I design his clothes. I'll just design his clothes, and with his help of his big uncle or his manager, he has been there trying to push things. It has not been easy. I will really say it has not been easy, but sometimes what give me that strong mind when I see his performance in school, I will just leave everything.
How do you manage when he has a show and what to wear, because different occasion goes with different what he's going to do, and like you said, you dress him. How do you come up with that creativity to I want him to be like this, I want you to dress like this? Then after the dressing, we find out the voice, the stage performance, and all that. And I noticed most of his shows, he doesn't have a stage threat. He's always on stage and he had that confidence. He performs and live like somebody who has been in music for 20 years. How do you do it?
I don't know. I would say is God that has been helping, because nobody. I would just, maybe if it's a stage show that maybe sometimes he performs, is called his number one star. In that kind of environment, you meet so many people. That was the time. Even when I saw, I think this boy Ozibosco, he was on stage with Ozibosco. I was actually, people have not really heard Isaac's name, but when Isaac performed, nobody was like listening to Ozibosco. Was Isaac? I was like, but immediately he saw the guy, he was fighting a little kind of, So that time, anytime we want to, the show comes like that, so I would think, is it a corporate show? So I would touch on him. Is it going to dress suit? Is it will be native? Is it That was a children's show he did. It's a children's show actually. I think Children's May. I designed a clothes for him, and when after I just sat down, think of something to do, use bead design, and it came out very, very good. So I just look at the occasion, and look at if it's administration, okay, who dress like this, and with his help of his dad too, his dad loves fashion, so sometimes we'll combine that. That's true.
Amazing. The dad is a fashionista, the mom is a great singer, so all put together make Isaac a superstar. That is awesome. That's amazing. Wow. Yes. How do you cope as a mother, as a wife, as an event planner, and again, you're always there supporting Isaac's manager to make sure things are on point and all that? How do you cope? Because it's really, really tedious.
Yes, it's very, very tedious, but it's because is what I saw in him, and to me, as I always look at back when you have somebody supporting you in so many things you have to do, you will just do it. So in my own case, nobody supported me, so I really want to. So even when I'm feeling that pains, I will always push him. Sometimes we go to studio overnight. Honestly, I give the credit to still his manager. Or he has tried. We'll go to, even me, I will be nodding my head, but he. Sometimes I will say, it's okay, he said, no, we have to get this. So the next day, I'll come back, I'll still see myself doing one thing or the other, that kind of a thing. So, but it's not been easy, but by the special grace of God, we have been pulling it, and here we are.
Well, I like it when I see people succeed in what they do. You succeed as a mother, and as a mother, as a wife, as a career woman as well. So the next question is your marriage. You've been married for 14 years, and you broke the odds against it. Like, you are from the East, Imo State to be specific, and you married a young, promising man from the Middle Belt, Plateau State to be specific. And 14 years is just like yesterday. The marriage is so sweet and going strong. Yeah, there might be one or two challenges, but what exactly are the secrets behind the long-lasting relationship and the marriage? Just share your secret with us, please.
Wow, the question really drew me back, my mind back, when I went to enter in that journey. a lot of, wow, you are going to, they will kill you, this and that. So the secret is there, is just maintain your lane and just always tell yourself, this is what I want. Don't let people push you around, because when you find people, interfering in your affairs, man, it will be a disaster. Because even my own family was not really, but at the time when they saw it, they are the one even pushing the marriage more than me. So that I was, hey, it's okay. But at that stage, when you needed that courage, nobody was there to encourage you. They are looking at the distance. How can it, for you from here to here? And look at it today. And that thing has really shown me that there is no barrier in anything. No barrier language. Imagine the mom, if I'm there, she dare not speak her language. She wants me to even, what I mean that speaking her language, not for me not to cut off in whatever they are saying, or she wants to speaking that so me I can hear. Well, even if I come the next word, I will still want to marry from that Plateau State, because they are really nice people. And to other spinsters, that is, don't let anybody tell you don't marry from Calabar, don't marry from here. Don't, just, is it your mind? Is it the will of God? First, if it's the will of God, forget about everything. And is it what you want? You can plan what you want. You can design how your marriage is going to be. Don't look at what you watch from television or what you read from. Just use those things to guide yourself in what the journey you're into. A lot of challenges, of course, but sometimes be that woman you want to be.
Back to our question, I just diversify a little and went personal. Right. Yeah, I want to ask about Isaac. He's multi-talented, he's promising, and when people see him perform, they were like, wow, I need this talent, I need this. It's raw and it's just hot. Have there been occasions where people meet you and like, oh, we want to get him signed into our record label, we want to do this, we want to do this? If yes, and how did you manage to escape? Because a whole lot of people who are willing to just catch them young.
Yes. That was an event. It was a Children's Day, after his performance, and I don't know how this Isaac started actually, because then nobody was even directing me. I was just, that spirit came, push him. So it came up. Do you know that I think that the song he performed there was we went to studio. It's not more than maybe 3 days back to back. If you see me and Isaac as small as he flew in Okada, then and he performed that in that I think it was Helen that anchored that show then. So after it was Seaway now, because of the lady that really called him was a friend of mine. So when they came, they didn't want the Oyibo man to really talk to me directly. They wanted to do it backyard things, and somebody told me, don't listen to them. And that is how that thing died, So it has been a challenge, because so many things you want him to be, when you look at nobody's there, our Nigeria now, if there is no connection to connect you, so that is it.
There are cases where mother parents of the child have issue with the manager, where they need to be a compromise. Oh, you're pushing him too hard. No, I still need my son. You will see him as an artist. I am seeing him as a son. So please draw the line. I know there are cases like that. How do you come into a compromise?
It's like this. It's not that the mother is the manager wants back to back. It's not. Sometimes he'll be the one trying to pet him. I say, no, this. Sometimes you say, don't follow us to studio. Sometimes, but I am the one trying to see him. We're like, okay, let me give him some time. I was saying, no, I know Isaac. This is the way. So that's why I'm saying in this scenario that is vice versa, because he is the one that always, he knows how to get him. So sometimes I know Isaac, talk to him, he said, no, don't. So there is no much, sometimes we'll quarrel too in terms of maybe, because he too is a music person, totally music person. So I will want this to be me. I'm more of choreography kind of person. I will do the style or those things. So sometimes he say, okay, come in when he's done with his music. He say, come into, this is what the stage is going to be. So we have been managing that, But if you leave him by now, Isaac will be all over the world. So I'm the one that will always draw him back. Let him, understand. So he has that pushing him, one back. Even so, that's why I said some parents. That's why I said that in this scenario is vice versa. He's the one trying to push him.
What's your advice to mothers out there? Because it's not really easy to have a child, and that child say want to go into music. People want to be a lawyer, an accountant, or other professions that they feel is lucrative. But Isaac chose to be music, and you supported him, and here we are. So what advice do you have for mothers and parents out there who need to support their kids and not dictate to them what they should be?
Yes, the advice I have with our parents, let me just use that, is it's not really necessary for you to dictate. You will love something, but don't dictate much. And outside music, a child can do another thing outside any career. You see our entertainment industry now, you see them, this person is a lawyer, this person is later on they're still there. So sometimes just leave them. What gets me involved in Isaac, because I know I use myself as an instance. Nobody was there to push, and some things that you don't think. In short, one thing that parents will know, that don't feel because nobody is there for you, so you cannot be there for your child. Don't do that. Or are you looking at finance and said, because actually when I started with Isaac, there was no money. No money. It was, I'm telling you the truth, there was no money. So don't look at maybe because of I'm not this person's daughter, I cannot achieve what I had to achieve for my child. Just try. The little you can put it on. Sometimes ask somebody. Has been taking money in Isaac's back. Me, I don't know. It was one day that it was one guy that came to manage him the first time. They were going for a show. He didn't want me to be involved in that. You understand? But when I found out, actually, when he told me the truth, I said, okay, it was not a quarrel. I just withdrew myself. You understand? So I will not, because of that, because I don't have anybody that will give me advice or give me push. I will just sit down and watch that talent of that child waste. You understand? So I think that is an advice that we ought to be ourselves and support even the little you can do. One day God will send you a Messiah that will take off that thing. That is what I believe.
COVID has affected businesses, that affected so many people as far as Nigeria is concerned. It's both globally but how has COVID affected you and your business?
No event again now. So everything, no nothing. When there is show, there is wedding, that you say, okay, go and decorate here, don't do that, No, there is nothing. I'm just praying that God should help us, because it has really, the COVID has really affected our economy. Everybody is just trying to smile, and, plastic smiles, but it has really affected the economy. It's when there is shows now, you will start, but then everybody is silence. That is it.
After COVID, there's a life.
Yes.
And how do we live that life? What are your projections? How do you see yourself in the next few years, managing Isaac and your career as well?
I love The one thing I know I love is entertainment. Actually, as a child, I love entertainment, but because nobody was there to push the entertainment, so now I have a child that even that wants to be there. So only I need to give him the support I can and ask and pray to God to guide him. There is one thing of children that this is the stage. There's a stage you can really take a child to. So the rest of the age is those things, the morality you have given to him. You always sing to him, even when you are there, you are not there. You understand? Even when you are there, you are not there. So I'm just praying God should just help me. Let that stage, I have to help him. Let me just get there and let him, being God, always put him in the right place. And then after the COVID, I think we're planning for a video shoot, for his songs. We're planning for a video shoot for his songs. So maybe we'll get there and more hearing of Isaac.
It's a huge project, and finance is actually one of those things that is actually needed to make to actually put one or two things in order. How has it been able to get finance to support your business and at the same time support your son's career?
The daddy has been really doing great in that aspect. Everything about Isaac is his dad, nobody else. When it comes to finance area, he's really supportive in that. He will want to do this. Even sometimes I'm the one that's trying to cut the money. Woman now manage things. When it comes to that, he doesn't mind selling off last thing that he has to make sure that whatever we want to do is do it very, very well. So that aspect, I would say the dad and God.
Do you have any word to share with us?
How the one thing I want to really say, I want to thank everyone that has been pushing Isaac. Seriously, it has not been easy. I've known so many studios we have entered, so many studios, so many interviews trying to bring it popularity on him. So some people will just take it upon themselves to really want to be there for him. Like, I will not forget my sister, Theresa Moses. She has been there back to back. Odi, his manager, has been there too. Wow, that was so one scenario that he has to. I think he entered bike from where to Wazobia FM, bike just to meet us up because there was no time. I don't take that for granted, because of what. It's not really the money, thing, but I just want to thank everyone and Cody too that has been pushing one way, pushing. She gave a wonderful birthday surprise to him. It's not easy for you to have such amazing people by your side, and every other person that you are still fighting with what to become or how to get there. Just do the little you can, forgetting whatever God can send. God will always send a Messiah to you. So to you, the media people too, I really want to thank you guys, because without you people, we cannot be heard.
They say behind every successful man there is a woman, but I tell you, behind every successful child there is a mother who does not sleep, make sure her child is there. Mrs. Vivian Yillah, she is that mother who stood grounds from a tender age. She supported her son Isaac to become who he wants to be. He wants to be a music artist, a rap artist, a superstar, and here we are celebrating him. What you have to take away from this interview is so much, but I have one thing to tell you: you don't limit yourself. You have that belief that I can do it, you can get there. Don't listen to what people say. Don't be distracted by what people say. People will always say things, but believe in yourself. Have that faith, and above all, the fear of God. It's always there. You don't need any connection. Once you're connected to God, everything works for you. Wow, it's so amazing. We can't just talk to Isaac and the mother and not talk to his manager. How about now? We are not fair. We just have to disturb him for like just 2 minutes and give you some exclusive. Thank you so much.
Gatmash TV, exclusive breaking news.